Hi everybody. This video was all in good fun with absolutely no hate towards the people who created the movie. It was a big part of my childhood, especially the dragons. I love dragons, dude. They're so cool. It's okay if you have no idea what this movie even is, but if you do and click this video to watch this for a reason, thank you for the click, by the way.
Love you.
Sorry. So before we begin, I would like to thank this channel by the name of DRTV2 for having uploaded the full English dub of this movie onto YouTube. I'll leave a link down below if you want to watch it for yourself. It isn't required since I'm gonna be summarizing it.
I'm on fire! I'm ablaze! Help me! Water! Where can I find some water? Oh my! Help me! Oh, my biscuits are burning!
It starts off with the narrator telling the viewer about a dragon who was a ruler of the Eastern Sea that ruled a long time ago. The narrator claims the dragon is more of a kind personality. The sea was peaceful until an octopus named Ocho had a different plan for the sea life. An epic battle started to see if good or evil will dominate. Then the legendary pearl helped out in the battle. I guess it helped the good guys win. Yay! But Ocho had lost 3 of her legs in the battle to serve as a reminder to her. Yeah. Then the narrator explains that one of Ocho's legs will somehow take revenge. That's a little scary. A specific spot of the ocean had become the haunted sea grounds from that story. A yellow trumpet-looking fish swims in camera view and hums a happy tune. It turns around and claims that it has taken a wrong turn so the trumpet fish realizes this place is the exact place they heard the story that was just explained. So they swam away screaming the goofiest of screams. The scene moves and shows 2 sharks waiting by a rock. They seem to be spying on the guards of the kingdom while also arguing and hitting each other. One of them insults the other by calling him a
Girly shark.
and continue to spy with a spyglass. How did they get those? Wait, what? I guess from a little shipwreck from like the Little Mermaid. Oh, well, it's a lost thing. They realize it's just one shrimp and immediately swim toward them to beat up the poor shrimp. They succeed and laugh about how dumb the Dragon King is for hiring one shrimp to be a guard. The 2 sharks enter the kingdom and get stopped by General Crab, and they immediately freak out when they're caught. The giant crab thinks that they need to be taught a lesson, so he orders the rest of the shrimp army to kick them out. Literally, they shot straight out like water fireworks. And the title screen. The scene cuts to Draco in his class, looking bored as ever, as his teacher, who was an old but very wise lobster with the longest eyebrows or eyelashes ever. Draco started practicing his fire breathing from boredom, trying to figure out how to get out of this boring lesson before his teacher notices his shenanigans and starts going over the lesson again as Draco whines in frustration about the same future ruler lesson being repeated again. Draco yells, "I really need a break!" and screams a fireball out of his mouth, causing his teacher's tail to mistakenly catch flame. The teacher notices his flaming tail and panics, asking where he could find some water. Wait, you're living in water. Draco doesn't even think to help him and uses it as an opportunity to escape his lesson. Rude. Showing that he has the dragon pearl in his possession, Draco claims that school is out for the day, so it's time for him to play pearl ball with his friends. He meets with his friends in a different part of the ocean, who is a purple squid with glasses and a pink blowfish that's always blown up. Why is she like that? Why does she look like that? Why is she like backwards? His friends freak out because Draco had taken the most important pearl from the kingdom. Draco tells his friends to relax, and they all forget about it and go explore a cave they recently found out about. Draco puts down the pearl somewhere, and they all squeeze through this small tunnel, wondering where it goes. Inside the cave, the same two sharks were arguing again when Ocho suddenly screams, "Silence! My ears!" Why is she so loud? Damn. This woman got anger issues. I think she needs therapy. Woman, I think, because she's octopus. This octopus needs therapy. Definitely, because all villains need therapy. But anyway, Ocho is clearly planning an attack from her evil laugh. She then starts singing, and I forgot this movie had a song, but it's low-key a bop.
I want
that magic dragon pearl, a wondrous power to behold. I'll rule the world as all my fiendish plans unfold. Your fins
I'll give your fins such a pump, sweetheart.
seas will swirl when I rightfully embrace my magical dragon pearl.
Ocho plans to have the dragon pearl and take revenge on the king, implying that she wants to kill him and destroy his kingdom. Draco and his friends were listening to the plan the entire time, and Draco tells his friends to go warn his father of Ocho's plan to attack and take over. Draco stays behind to continue watching Ocho and her sharks. As Draco is hiding and listening, the trumpet fish suddenly swims by again, making the same happy noises. Draco moves from the spot and starts crawling on the ceiling of the cave. Trumpetfish blows his cover, and swordfish guards take notice, and Draco gets caught. Ocho plans a different way to get the dragon pearl with a hostage situation and a trade. The next scene starts with Draco's father, aka the Dragon King, is making orders for troops immediately to find the pearl and his son. Awesome! Suddenly, Ocho bursts out from the ground, and the king readies his shrimp army. General Crab and the Hermit Crab on Ocho's side start throwing claws at each other, and the crab wins easily. The king reminds Ocho that she was banished and orders her to leave to protect her life. Ocho claims that he will give the kingdom and pearl to her and shows a mirror to show him that she has Draco in a cage, then tells him that she expects to have a ceremony to be crowned with the pearl in her presence in 3 days, leaving back through the hole she just made in the floor. The king says he blames himself for his son's rebellious actions, but he has hope that his son has the dragon pearl and will stop Ocho and her plan to take over. Draco's friends come in just a little too late, but they tell the king that Draco hid the dragon pearl right outside the tunnel. After getting the information, the king gets up and leaves to follow Draco's friends to go find the pearl. The king dragon orders troops to dig around in a specific area that the friends lead him to find the pearl to save his kingdom. Draco is trapped in a cage. He met a starfish named Starline, and they introduce themselves to each other. They make up a plan to distract the guards by Draco acting sick and Starline yelling for help. As the swordfish guard gets closer, Draco catches him on fire, and the guard gets distracted by freaking out by being on fire. Draco softens the lock by blowing fire and does the same to Starline's lock. They successfully escape and fight off the swordfish, but unfortunately it was all in Starline's head, and they were still trapped. Draco starts to lose hope just as Ocho appears. Draco angrily demands to be let out, but Ocho continues to mock him. She brags to him that the king is gonna crown her and take over the kingdom. Draco denies that and insults her and she laughs in his face and continues bragging that her dreams were going to come true. Draco's friends peeked from behind the corner after Ocho had left, and they find a lonely swordfish guard, and the squid uses the pufferfish as a weapon to knock him out and get the keys to unlock the cage. They release Draco and Starline out, and they swim away, but they get stopped by Ocho. Again! A fight ensues as Starline and his friends distract Ocho, putting her down, telling Draco to leave while he still can. Draco is unsure if he should leave his friends behind, but decides to listen and quickly leave, saying he'll be back with help. Draco ends up lost in a deep part of the ocean. Somehow. What? What happened? Probably a different side of the cave, I guess. And asks an anglerfish for directions to the Eastern Sea. The anglerfish tells him he knows the way to a museum, and Draco follows his lead while a game of red light, green light.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you wanted to know how to get to the Eastern Sea.
Yes,
Oh, Plankton have a right of way. Where was I? Oh, yes, museum.
They meet a clan that's called the Museum. Museum retells the story about the great fight between Draco's father and Ocho, and how Ocho lost 5 of her legs after losing the battle. Yeah, she lost 5 because she only has 3 legs. Yeah, okay. I was like, wait, okay. The clam tells Draco that there is a current nearby that will take him to a friend that will help him. Draco swims away and looks for the current, but is stopped a bit by the sharks again before the current sweeps him away before they could catch him again. The current takes him to a whale that tells him to climb into his mouth. Draco jumps in willingly, and they swim, offering to take him back home in the Eastern Sea. It shows that, unfortunately, Ocho eventually trapped Draco's friends in a cage as she plans to try and hunt and capture Draco again. The shrimp guards were hard at work digging in the spot of the dragon pearl where was buried somewhere in. No luck, they decided to work even harder to try and find it. A hermit crab appears with the swordfish army and orders to attack the shrimp army and General Crab. A battle between swordfish and shrimp starts. Both sides fought with all the strength they had. General Crab and the shrimp army lost the fight, with the hermit crab demanding the general to surrender. But then the lobster teacher appears with more soldiers, and also the king dragon does his water spitting powers to create a giant water tornado to banish them successfully. Draco suddenly comes in and calls out to his father, jumping out of the whale's mouth. The king notices him and swims towards Draco, and Draco digs in the spot where he buried the pearl and holds it up. Ocho was watching from a rock ledge and pulls out a sharp stone spike to throw it, and aiming to strike Draco. To protect his son, the king quickly swims in front of Draco, and the stone spike strikes him instead. No. Draco and the lobster mourn as they watch him fall to the ground. Draco goes over to his dying father and hugs him. The king says it's his time and tells him how proud he is of his son, and passes away. Draco cries and mourns for his father, and also sings a song showing a montage of him and his dad. It actually kind of made me feel something a little bit. It's this part was so emotional. I think it's my favorite part. The song is also a bop. Why isn't it on Spotify? I can't find it, bro.
Worthy as your child.
Just then, the dragon pearl's powers released, a dragon spirit surrounding Draco, as his father's voice said that the pearl is giving him all the power and wisdom of every dragon king, making Draco evolve into a bigger version of himself. He's growing up so fast, bro. Oh my gosh. Draco circles around Ocho, creating a water twister. just like his father before him, to banish her again. Ocho at first holds on, trying to stay, eventually gets swooped up in the twister for good. And everybody lives on in peace and has a little dance party. The end.
Give me that thing.
Oh, I was trying to.
Girly shark.
Alright, so the first one is Draco. I didn't know what pose to draw him in, so he's just like in a rar pose. Like, I don't know, because that's what I got from the references that are in the corner of like the OG movie. I don't know, that's sort of the poses that he's in, so I was like, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna get inspired. And I decided to be inspired by like some other designs of Chinese dragons, and I also got inspired by this like dragon book that I have. Forgot what it's called, but I love it so much. And there's this like page in it where it shows like a sea dragon, and it's like red and green, and yeah, so I got inspired by that picture in the book. So yeah, and I gave him a shirt and a little bag. Okay, so next up is his father's turn, and I decided to like use the reference from like from the outfit, like, and he looks, I decided to make him like look very like kind of serious, because that's how he is in the movie, so that's the kind of pose that I went for. And I kind of like made his colors duller from Draco's because he's older, and I gave him like a little bit of gray tint while giving him the same hair color, because in the original his hair is like entirely white and he looks extremely old, and I don't think it makes sense to make him that old, so I just made him just a tiny bit like older, but like old enough to be a parent. So and then I I made the same orange colors like Draco's shirt, and yeah, I love the green claws that I did. Okay, so the next and last redesign is Ocho, and I decided to make her the same but kind of different kind of dragon. I made her a dragon too, so it'll make more sense on why she's like bitter, because I just want her goal to be like not revenge because of a missing limb, but because she's just bitter of not getting the crown. So yeah, that's her goal. She just wants the crown because she's just evil, because that's fun villain stuff. And yeah, I gave her a beard because I gave her a beard because and tentacles still, and kept her color scheme going. She's still purplish blue. I really like her design and tail. I really like this part of her tail, like the little points and her purple teeth. And yeah, I gave her a beard because and a dragon mane like Draco and the Dragon King, because fuck gender norms. Sorry, I just started swearing, so I don't know. Yeah, this video is not for kids. I just swore, dude.
You inherit the power and wisdom of all dragon kings from the beginning of time.
Okay, so the conclusion. So my conclusion is I really liked making this video. It was pretty fun. Some parts of the movie was pretty funny, but also pretty maybe cringe. I think there was like some like kind of like racist jokes in there, but I'm not quite sure. I can't really put my finger on it, so let's not get into that. So I did have loads of fun drawing the redesigns. Just to keep in mind, they're just for fun. I'm not trying to change the story or anything, but I don't know. I thought it would be fun to make them look cooler than they already were. I don't know. They look really cute originally, but I think I like my redesigns better, honestly. I mean, I hope you like them too. Yeah. I'm so glad you watched this. If you did, thank you so much. It means a whole lot. And I don't normally do this, but if you really like these videos or you like my other videos, leave a comment, like, or maybe subscribe. You don't have to subscribe, but I really appreciate it. We kind of hit 142, and also 10k views on my Nuka animatic. That is insane. 10k views. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Speaking of Nuka animatics, I'm working on a second one right now. Yeah. I'm almost done with that one. So yeah, stay tuned for that animatic too, but first I'm working on a really big like AMV project first. It's about Doctor Strange. I'm really excited for that one too. So stay tuned for a Doctor Strange What If AMV soon. I'm really excited for that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate 142 subscribers. I love you all. Mwah, platonic kiss. Thank you so much. Thank you.